And I said I was going down south because I'm tired of snow. The snow pisses me off. Oh, sorry.
All I can give you is like the John Travolta, like Jim. So all I can do is. I mean, yeah, you're not wrong. I mean, that's a whole other topic, I guess. Yeah. Look, folks, what's up? Yes, there's a lot of snow up here in Jersey, but you know what? Even though it's cold outside, we've got some hot topics right here, and not for the store, which does sell
Oh.
some awesome t-shirts, by the way. They do have really awesome t-shirts. They really do. Aside from that, market placement, we've got all the stuff that we're excited to see. Well, not all of it, but some of the stuff that we're excited to see that's coming up in March. So, folks, Jabba, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Straightest thumbs in the tundra. Robert, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Folks, are you ready? Of course you're ready. You're already watching. Yeah, let's have some fun. Yada, yada, yada. Hey, folks, what's up? And welcome to TVA News' Geek Culture Upfronts, presented by the Hungry Bleak channel. I am Antonio Pomares, a.k.a. the Hungry Bleak Hungersman Rumi. You can take that however you want.
What's up, y'all? It's your girl, Jabba Chin. How you doing?
I am Robert, Rob the Rider, Jeffrey.
Good God. I don't know which is sweeter, all the sugar and saccharin and pre-workout in Jabba or my tea. I have no idea which one. Look, actually does the post. Exactly. She is about to Hulk out, or as we like to call it, Jabba out. We've never actually said that term. That's never been a term ever in life.
No, but that might have to be a thing when we play Destiny. So
it might have to be. Yeah. So this is our first Geek Culture Upfronts of 2026. And I think 2026 is going to be a huge year for everything geek culture. I mean, it's every year it gets bigger and bigger and bigger. So we're just going to keep having more and more things to talk about, which is not a bad thing. But before we do, we're going to do a quick recap of VirtuousCon, which was last year. VirtuousCon has been going on for 5 years? 5 years now. I want to say 5 years. It's a virtual con, as is the name. It's literally you go on your laptop, your desktop, what have you, go and you're able to go to virtual tables or vendors, virtual panels. They had a couple of screenings as well. And each year they get a little bit bigger and bigger, and they expand their broad base. That's not a term. Is it broad base? That's not a term. They expand their con experience.
there you go.
There we go. From not just having tables of vendors, but panels. Like I said, they also had viewings as well for a couple of things. I know there was one that looked really incredible called Black Man. It was a short animated film. The animation was absolutely beautiful, and so was the story. I was like, oh, wow, it's crazy. Jabba, Robert, and myself were all a part of it. Robert was vending. I was moderating a podcast. Yeah, I need sleep, folks. Yabba dabba do. Please don't sue me, Hanna-Barbera, if you're still even exist. I was moderating a panel, Comics and the Legacy of Resistance. And Jabba, I think for the first time for VirtuousCon, you were part of the gaming room.
Yes, I streamed South of Midnight, and shout outs to Robert for that highlight, because already I'm like this is me. This is my game, because I can relate to it. And there's already trauma where it's like I can understand, but I'm like, holy crap. So I still have to finish streaming that game, but that's a good one.
I thought that was really a cool game to stream. And I'm glad you did do it. And I'm glad that Robert did bring that game to our attention, because it seemed like a perfect streaming game. I mean, you mostly like a lot recently, like you've been playing Destiny, obviously. But sometimes it's good to get back to like solo playing, just being able to just chill, and having that, and then having a game that's story driven too, which was cool. I really enjoyed watching it. It makes me want to actually try to save up money in this economy. No, eggs are $20 a piece. That's crazy. Yeah, and to be able to get a PS5 and actually play that game. I mean, when it does come out in PS5 for a while, but that was actually really cool, and I enjoyed it. I think that's something that was awesome. I just love seeing cons, events, what have you, geek culture stuff, just get bigger and expand. And I love seeing them add things other than comic books because geek culture is so much. Like if it's just a Comic Con, I mean, aside from New York Comic Con and San Diego Comic Con, but I love when there's a bit more facets of geek culture. So that's pretty cool. So I'm glad that we all were there. We all were a part of it. TBA News was in the building. Well, virtually, we were all at home. Nobody went outside. Nobody went outside.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was cool. But you know what's cool? March has got a lot going on. My goodness, where's the time gone? I don't know. I'm trying to make a segue. It's not going to happen because life is strange. Speaking of which, that was totally improvised. Whoa, I did not mean to do that.
That was good. We give claps for that one. Give claps for that one.
Crazy thing.
Yes.
Wow.
So Life is Strange, the reunion is coming out March 26th on obviously PS5. So Antonio, we got to get our money up. And Xbox X Series XS. But if you guys haven't played like Life is Strange, like that one was like Square Enix's like, little small bundle that wasn't Final Fantasy related storytelling game that was like so captivating where they had at least I think it was like 2 different spin-offs. Because one was about, I think it was about like brothers, and the other one was about like another one where it had like a color theory too, which is pretty cool. But this one's going back to like the original for Chloe and Max, which I'm excited for because I know depending on how people played, without spoiling it, sometimes you might see a certain character pop up and then you won't see depending on how you ended the story. I don't want to go into it for anybody that has not played the original Life is Strange, but I'm surprised that they're coming back because it's been like kind of like a cult classic for people, especially for like the main characters. So yeah, so if you have the funds and electronics, okay, it's gonna be coming out on March 26th.
26th. Yeah.
Yep.
I think remind me because I think this is when the pandemic first started or have you, but I was really watching a lot of Twitch streamers and I wasn't watching like Call of Duty. I was watching like games like people like play games like this. Is this one of the games where they're on a beach or like in a beach cave or something
town,
like
yeah.
that? Okay, yes. I think I watched Joy Infinity stream because I was watching her.
She did the most recent one where I forgot. Okay. It was like because it was definitely more up her alley because like shout out to my gays and stuff. It was more definitely like queer fluent type of genre because I think it emphasized with the colors of like everybody's aura and stuff like that. So
yes, okay.
So that's what it was. So I think like Life is Strange. I'm gonna look that real quick. Life is Strange. What was it? Color.
Is that
True Colors?
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's what it was. It was True Colors. Okay. But go ahead, Robert.
No, I was going to say, was that the one that involved, was it time traveling or time jumping?
Sort of, kind of, where it's like they had the power to like manipulate time and go back and forth. And like in the beginning of like the original one, for if I can remember, the synopsis was that like somebody went missing. Because there was a kind of like a murder scene going on. We were trying to figure like, who did it. And then there was like a giant storm coming through and stuff like that. And there was like, all these key features going on. So it was like a really good one. And I'm surprised because it was like based out of like a French company underneath Square Enix that did the entire game, which was really cool.
Nice.
Oh, wow. I'm excited for this. I didn't play it, but I loved watching people. This is one of those, some games I actually love watching people play them. Just because of their reaction and how they really emphasize the story. So this is one that I actually wish someone would just do the whole series to lead up to this one.
I think they have, because I'm just looking online where they have.
Oh, no, I mean now.
Oh, right now. Oh, yeah. Okay.
I'm not looking through nothing. I want it fresh now. I want it now. But I just think these are just really fun games for that too. And they had a really great story because I was sitting there like kind of riveted. I was like, wait, what is it? And I was so into it. Like at a certain point, Twitch was my must-see TV. Like I would literally turn my TV off and I would just have my tablet. Yeah. And I would watch people and listen while I was reading. And it felt like, and I know it's going to sound weird, some of you never heard of this, old time radio, where I was read and I would listen to people like actually telling the story. and it was so cool. And some people would read like letters, like if it was Resident Evil, they would read the letter, but they would read it in the accent. So when there was a Resident Evil that was in, like, say, Russia, they would do like a Russian accent while I was doing it. So I'm excited for this. I think this is going to be a really fun one, and I love this series. I know there's a comic book also that's based on, or a graphic novel. I know there's like times that as well. So this will be cool, and I'm glad to see a smaller like Lakeside, like cult following game get like a release like that. But everybody knows a little bit. Like we haven't played it, but we know a little bit. Like Robert's like, oh, is that time travel? And I'm like, is that the one with the beach, like town and everything? Like we know it because it's there. So that. Sometimes big stuff, we know. Oh, like if it was Mario, we know Mario. But something like this, you go, oh yeah, that's because something about it just seems really cool and it sticks with you. Even if you don't play it, you still enjoy it and you know about it. So that's still seems in. That's cool. So that's going to be March 26th. Life is Strange reunion.
Yep.
Okay. It's not going to be like the reunions on Bravo. Hopefully. That's
there's no cussing.
Fighting in ballroom gowns and carrying on. I mean, what have you. Who knows? Who am I to judge? It's either that or football. Speaking of football, Project Hail Mary. That was a horrible segue. I don't care. It's late at night, folks. Robert, Project Hail Mary, what's this one about?
So this one is surprise, it's a space movie. It's a movie based on a book called Project Hail Mary, written by Andy Weir, and it's the same guy that wrote The Martian. So you remember The Martian came out? It came out many years. I mean, a few years ago. It was the one about the astronaut who got stranded or left behind on Mars during a mission and had to live there, and the whole thing about rescuing him. So apparently Andy Weir just likes writing about space and people getting, traveling to space. But apparently the book did really well, came out in 2021. So there was a movie starring Ryan Gosling, and it's about a science teacher. Ryland Grace wakes up alone in a spaceship light years from Earth. And as his memory returns, he uncovers a mission to stop a mysterious substance killing the sun and save the Earth. An unexpected friendship may be the key. And the trailers for this have been really, really good. It reminds me a lot of how the Martian got you kind of caught up in this kind of as Saturday Night Live calls it, mistakes in space. If you've never seen that skit, go look for the Mistakes in Space skit. But so we have yet another kind of real science based space adventure. But in this case, it seems like it's just like this regular guy trying to save the world. The thing that is also spoiled in the trailers and in this is that he teams up with an alien, a life form, and it doesn't look like something from Star Wars or Star Trek. Like, this alien looks very weird. And I'll just say that. So if you get a chance, it's not Grogu. It is something even stranger than that. So I definitely recommend people, check out the trailer if you can for it. It looks like something that would get me to go to the theater, so it seems like epic and kind of big, grand in scale. And I think for something like this, that works really well. And I think the kind of the fish out of water, regular guy trying to save the world thing can be like a big draw. But yeah, I haven't read The Martian or Project Hail Mary, but I'm thinking about it now, because of, it's kind of this weird thing of seeing the movies and then going back to read the books. But yeah, like if you're a space opera fan, if you love sci-fi, it looks like this is going to be a big one or good one to go and see. And I don't know, I just we don't get many space opera movies in theaters nowadays. So I don't know if it's just the budget that kind of turns a lot of studios off. But based on the track record of The Martian, I'm looking forward to this. So it's a space movie, and I'll be there opening weekend hopefully. But it comes out on March 20th, and it looks fun. I mean, it looks like looks worth going to see.
Yeah, it's
right. Oh, I was gonna say, not gonna lie, the poster that had like where it had like the title on it, if you take off like this, like Earth, it looks like a football card. I don't know if that's what they were going for, like to hint for the Hail Mary title, but it looks like a football card. If you take off the text and you take away Earth, like it literally looks like
Yeah.
a football card.
Yeah. Yeah, you're dead set right on that, honestly.
And like I said, I don't know if that's like the artistic thing or if they were trying to play with words for like people who have like, you know, like the old sports cards and stuff like that. But like, no, it looks like if he was having like a rookie card, like that would be it. That's what it reminds me of.
And I'm trying to see.
Oh my God.
I
Just
want
called
to
Ryan.
say, I think this is the alien right there.
Oh, the little blobby.
Yeah, like
Oh,
when
the
you
one
see
next
when you see him in the trailer, it'll like that's definitely what it looks like. So yeah, so
Mhm.
it looks good. It looks good, and if anybody hasn't seen The Martian, I highly recommend people check that out too.
I like Ryan Gosling. I've liked him like recently too. Like I think I've gotten a new appreciation for him just because he seems like he's like seeing him and Harrison Ford on the press tour for Blade Runner 2049. Was it 2049?
Yeah, I think it was. I think it's 2049.
Gave me a new appreciation for both of them, honestly. Just because of how they were reacting and just their stuff was just great. So I still have to see him in the Fall Guy movie, which was based on the old like TV series. But I like the idea of him in space. Like I want to see what he does in space.
Yeah.
I don't know why that seems odd, but I do. I gotta do want to see him in space. Yeah, so I'll be excited to check this out. And this is Project Hail Mary. This is going to be 3/20. And then a month after that, you can go celebrate 4/20, folks. You know what that is. As you have a huge plant behind you, Jabba. Jeez. That's amazing. Yeah, it is. What they don't have, they have a lot of machines in offices, but they don't have a war machine office. But Netflix does. I don't care, folks. These are segues you're getting tonight. You know what you paid for, and this is free. So hush. So War Machine on Netflix, which comes out on March 6th. Basically, what this is there's this these Army Rangers who are, I believe, they're getting their certification. You know, to be like, so they're Army Ranger candidates, let's say. They're getting their certification, and this is their last bit to do, and they end up being hunted by this alien war machine. Sorry, I hate saying the title of the movie. I hate when you have a movie and they actually say, "Well, what is it? Looks like a war machine, sir." I hate that. I hate that with a passion. I cannot stand it. Anyway, so this is going to be like I think this is going to be like I don't mean to say typical, but your usual Netflix action kind of movie. We have Alan. Oh my God, Alan Richardson, which we all know from Reacher, does a phenomenal job in that. He was also in Titans. He played Hawk. Blue Mountain State, Blue State Mountain. That, which is like, it's always funny to see how people react when I say that, and they're like, "Oh my God, yeah," or you just laugh because it's so funny to see Reacher and then him there. Like it's two completely different like roles, and he's like three times the size now. Dude is ridiculously huge.
Oh yeah.
So I'm excited to see this. I always like the Netflix movies that are like the popcorn summertime movies. They're always fun. Like, and once the pandemic hit, they really started ramping them up and doing so much more and having these big name A-list, B-list stars. No offense to being B-list, honestly, because you're still being paid more than me. Let's be real. So I enjoy this, and I want to see him in a role other than Reacher, even though I love Reacher. But seeing him in a role other than Reacher, something like this, I'm happy to see. He seems like a nice guy. Watch something come out. Watch, I just jinxed him. Sorry,
just jinxed that poor man.
I know. Sorry, dude. But yeah, I'm excited to see this. Always a fun time having those Netflix movies start rolling in, and then when it gets to summertime, and they're just ridiculous. Like we'll probably get him in like Extraction 3. Like he'll play like Liam Neeson's like mirror opposite for another organization or something like that. I just spoke that into existence, folks. You're welcome.
You want to check?
Yeah,
At least 5%, something.
I want 10. I'm willing to haggle. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Okay.
We'll end up settling on a 7.5. So yeah, this will be a cool like military sci-fi, maybe a little bit, maybe even a little bit of survival horror, possibly. I don't know.
The thing about this trailer was when I watched it, I thought it was just about to be a military like action drama, and then there's this transition where I'm like, oh, this is that movie, and it kind of did like, and I really like that. I because you think it's just this normal mission, like training mission they're going on, and I think more trailers need to do stuff like that. Like I was like, okay, I was kind of interested, and now I was like all the way interested. So yeah, so that was it was it got me to want to see it.
Well, that's the same thing that happened to me. Like, I mean, let's think about it. Predator was one of the greatest ones to ever do that. I didn't see Predator for years, so I thought it was just gonna be like this action movie. Then somebody said, "Well, yeah, but then it was invisible," and I said, "What?" Who was invisible? What? And I went and watched the movie, and I think the movie had been out like 5-10 years, and I hadn't seen it. And then I watched it, and I was like, oh, because it takes this incredible twist turn. I'm like, oh, I wasn't expecting that at all. So yeah, I like that feeling. I like when you blend genres, and I think this is just gonna be a fun movie. So War Machine, Netflix, March 6th, go check it out. You're going to enjoy it. Yeah, it'll be a fun time. You know what else is fun? The Mummy Returns, a re-release.
Re-release?
Jabba, what?
We're getting another re-release for another favorite movie of mine.
Imhotep.
Imhotep. Oh my gosh! When I saw this on.
Sorry.
I saw this on TikTok. I'm sorry.
It takes me back.
I mean, they have like those classic words, like those classic one-liners, and literally that's a name.
Haku Masante, and done. That's the only line we're giving it. We're giving it one line. That's it. Done.
But yes, although I am surprised that they're doing The Mummy Returns and not just The Mummy re-release.
Yeah,
which kind of threw me off. I'm like, wait, because at first when I saw the trailer for it, I'm like, oh, they're bringing back The Mummy. Cool. I'm ready to watch it. And they're like, oh, The Mummy Returns. I'm like, okay, cool. I'm still gonna watch it because like it's my favorite, like, one of my favorite movies with Brendan Fraser in it. But I'm like, no, they're not gonna do the first one. That starts it off. I guess because it's The Rock in it. I don't know. I'm like, okay, go figure. But they are doing a re-release, and actually we do have a bit of a time date change. It's actually March 27th. For all people say March 4th, it's March 27th. I did check the theaters because I wasn't gonna pull another Kill Bill where I had to try and freaking AMC theater only. Because that was a struggle. That was a struggle, okay? I'm sorry. I was upset with that one. I'm like, they only showed the AMC theaters and nowhere else.
Yeah, they got that on lock.
Yeah. But no, I checked when I was checking Fandango just to make sure. I'm like I said, let me check to make sure where they're going to be releasing this mess at. And it is going to be released at a Regal Theater, so I'm happy about it. I don't got to drive far.
Awesome. Maybe they're re-releasing this one because it's more closely tied to the new Mummy movie that they're making.
Huh.
Wait. Okay, so which one? Because I know that there's one where like there's a little girl that becomes a mummy.
No.
Not that one. Okay.
We're not talking about that. No.
Oh, that would be amazing.
They call them one the Mummy as well. So that's why I'm wondering which one. And I know that technically, actually doing a deep dive for the Mummy, like the original one, technically this was the franchise for the monster. What was the Universal Monster franchise? Yeah. So okay, so which one are they rebooting now? Because I know they're making a fourth one.
That's what I mean. I mean, maybe the fourth one is more closely tied to this one as far as story wise, and that's why they're releasing this.
Because their one was bad. I'm sorry.
That one had a lot. That one had issues, unfortunately. I think that one was plagued with stuff. I only count
1 and 2, and I even count the TV show. Okay, I'll even throw the TV show in there.
TV show.
Wait.
Yeah, there was an animated series.
Oh, the anime series. Oh,
Yeah.
I thought you talked about live action. I was about to be like, wait, there's a live action one too?
No. I'm talking about. I only count the first one, this one. I don't even count the Scorpion King, and I count the animated series. That's all of my franchise for this. My liking for this franchise. That's it.
I completely forgot about that.
With the animated series?
Yeah, the animated series. Yeah.
I think it's either on Tubi or it might be on like Retro Crush on Amazon. Okay. That because I know I've seen it somewhere streaming.
I don't think I ever finished it, but I know I watched it because I remember that was like right after like the hype of the second movie before Scorpion King had its own solo project. So that I remember.
All right. Yeah, I wish they would do like the whole like the trilogy. Yeah. I wish they would because they were trilogy. Good movies. I know, Jabba. 100% agree. Yeah, because it would be nice to be, but maybe they'll do it closer to the fourth one being finished and released. Maybe I don't know. You know, but they could even do like what MCU was done and have like just an all day thing where you just in the theater and you watch. All those, and then go into that one. Like that would be kind of cool. Like I always like stuff like that where you can make a whole day of it and just relive and enjoy and just have, and then you're all caught up for the new movie. Like literally, you're freshly caught up for the new movie. Yeah, because that's kind of a fun thing.
I think if they were to do, I'm just like eyeballing it in my head. If they were to do the first one, second one, Scorpion King, because I'm not counting the sequel because that one doesn't exist either. I would say it's about
Scorpion King sequels.
Yeah, there was a second one.
Oh yeah, they're all bad. There's like 4 of them,
I think
no, like I said, we're only counting the 3 movies here. So I'm counting 1, 2, and the Scorpion King, and that's it. So I would say it's about like maybe like 7 hours together, collectively, roughly.
Yeah. About
that thing about.
Bring in an 8-piece box, some cinnamon rolls from Sam's from Costco.
That's it.
Yeah.
And you're good to go.
Yep.
Get you some Lesser Evils popcorn. The Himalayan Gold. The Himalayan Gold is dastardly work. I'm telling you that had me in a chokehold. Amazon Fresh, I miss you already. So yeah, for real, it was beautiful. So yes, the Mummy Returns re-release will be March 27th, folks. March 27th. This will be fun. This was like I think the apex of like the franchise too, because this one was like you had big names. I think this was The Rock's feature film debut as well. I want to say.
Yeah, even though it was all CGI.
Phenomenal acting and CGI.
No, I'm sorry.
That shaking scene, he's like, I was like, what? Why'd you kick my door in? What's your name? It doesn't matter what your name is, jabroni. Sorry, Dwayne, but big fan of your muscles.
And the plot.
So, my head hurts. So yes, check out the Mummy Returns re-release. Excuse me, I don't know why I'm saying June. I'm thinking of June because I have something in my head. But March 27th, really fun franchise. Go check it out. You know what else is a franchise player? And this dude has just done so much. It's John Carpenter and video games. Robert,
yeah.
What?
This I got the summary for the game right here, and I don't care. I'm not going to read it because John Carpenter's Toxic Commando. So if you're familiar with John Carpenter, you know that he is like one of the kings of horror, right? Mm-hmm. And I don't know if he had a fever dream or something, but he went to the developer. I think it's Saber Games, and let me make Focus Entertainment. I will try to get that right. Saber Interactive, the team behind World War Z, the video game Space Marines 40K, Warhammer. Oh, wow. And then John Carpenter was like, you know what? Just give me a game about zombies and every disgusting monster and character that you could think of. And then I want you to have a team of 4 people like Left 4 Dead to shoot these monsters. And guess what? I want you to send like hordes of these monsters after these people. And then the game developer was like, you want anything else? He was like, no, I want to have cars where you can do drive-bys on these monsters while they're attacking you. And that spoke to my heart in so many different ways. And I am beyond hyped because this game has everything that apparently I want. I'm a fan of power, so we have Amari Hardwick playing one of the characters. So I didn't know that, and he got a clean cut. I'll go back and show you the clean cut. They did a really good job. You have the 4-player co-op vibe of a classic game like Left 4 Dead and Left 4 Dead 2, and then you have the technology or basically the swarm technology that you see in games like World War Z and Warhammer Space Marines 40K too. I'm sorry, I'm getting the names all wrong, but it gives this sense of crazy, at least when you see the trailers, crazy high speed action. You're constantly under assault and you have to rely on your teammates to run this game. In addition to that, the game, it kind of has a vibe of, if you're familiar with the State of Decay series, State of Decay 1 and State of Decay 2, it takes place in an open world map. So you're not really kind of just following a linear path. You're going to different places. And as a result of that, you can get into a car and have zombies jump on your car and you shoot them from the sides, from the top, and you can just drive your car. It is the greatest thing I have seen. And I don't know, like I said, this is my fever dream. This is a game that I pitched, and you can fight zombies. So like some of the zombies in this remind me of like some of the ones that you would find in the Call of Duty is it Call of Duty Zombies?
Zombies, yeah.
Yeah. So it kind of like, so when you see the designs, it's not just like a Walking Dead type of zombies. You have glowing eyes. You have this weird monster right here, and it just looks like it's going to be so much fun, especially like if you're into games like this. And look at this. Look at the scope. You're trying to save your friend, and then you have to shoot apparently Doomsday. So I think there's a lawsuit on hand. But I'm trying to see if there's a last picture. And then also look at this. You have a drone flying behind you. You're driving through the countryside, and you can just flamethrow zombies.
Driving through the countryside sounds so
exactly. So
wrong.
So let's go look at the shape up before I forget.
Oh yes, please.
Look at this. Look at the beard.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. So this is what happened to Ghost after.
I was about to say, all right, Ghost, I see you faking your death. Always ahead of
the step. When the world went crazy, he went to go fight mutant zombies. All that to say, if you're into co-op games, if you're into like Left 4 Dead, the Left 4 Dead franchise, and if you love like the crazy horror from like John Carpenter's movies, and I think he's on TV. Definitely check this out. I am especially hyped because it is coming from Saber, and they've had a very good track record with video games as of late. I mean, I did a review for the World War Z Walking Dead DLC. So that game is still going strong, and the same thing with the Space Marines 40K. So I've been looking forward to this. I don't pre-order a lot of games. This is one that I pre-ordered, and it's been on my radar for at least a couple of years now. But if you can find a gameplay video of it, it goes through like the first level or the first mission. It is insane. At one point, all 4 of the characters got in the car. A zombie ran up, opened the door, and then you start shooting the zombie. And then somebody was driving away, and I heard the people yelling at each other. And then you turn around and you look, and it's like a swarm of zombies like chasing after your car, and they got stuck in mud. And I'll leave it at that. The car got stuck in mud, and it was like, so it's it comes out on March 14th. Price point for this is actually pretty decent for everything that it looks like it's giving. But like I said, it's definitely one you can, catch on sale by, the first day. But I'm really looking forward to this, and I'm glad that Ghost has had a second life. So
I picture him writing that letter to his son. I'm not going to open up how the letter opens up because it's mad disrespectful to your own child, but that's Ghost. While he's out there after he just flamethrow through the countryside, all these zombies, and that's the letter that he wrote to his son, because that's the type of petty that Ghost is. If you know, you know, folks.
Yeah.
He's at a certain point, he just became a horrible person. He just like snapped. He became so unhinged towards everyone.
Ghost is crazy.
This looks really like, but I think honestly that Robert's video game pseudonym is John Carpenter, because this sounds like everything Robert would want in a game, but he disguised it as it not being in space. I'm gonna be honest with you. I feel like this is Robert's fingerprints. He even said I pitched it, and then I know that he was like, "Oh, I didn't mean to say that." He literally just gave himself away.
I mean, if I could write the comic book for this, that would be amazing. You know, I don't know. It just looks like just a fun game, and even if it wasn't like right up my alley with everything, I think that it gives a little something different. Well, maybe not much, but a little something different in terms of like the type of humor and the action. With a lot of games that you don't see nowadays. So and we need a successor to Left 4 Dead. Like if you have ever played Left 4 Dead, and I think Redfall and Back 4 Blood were supposed to be those successors, but I think this could be it in a big way. You know, shout out to the Left 4 Dead, or rest in peace. But yeah, this is looking good. Like all my friends keep asking me, like, "Oh, you ready, Rob?" And I'm like, "Yes, yes." Everybody knows what I like, but yeah, this one, it's looking good, and it'll just be fun. You know, it's a fun co-op game.
Looks like another one for PS5 that I would enjoy playing.
Yep. And it's crossplay.
I was just about to ask somebody. I'm like, is it okay?
Yep.
Good to know.
Jabba and I were already there. Like, I wonder if, because I feel like that has to be the future of games if you're going to have a multiplayer like and like co-op. This game have to be cross-platform division. Games like this have to be like cross-platform division team. Man. I feel like this Ubisoft. Wait, did Ubisoft do the Division?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So Ubisoft is a company that did the Division. So the Division was done by Ubisoft. I'm just trying to put the message out there, Ubisoft. That's crazy. Anyway, but this looks like a lot of fun. I would definitely enjoy something like just have a fun game, just that you don't have to think about platforming and all that mess like that. So that looks like a cool one. So we will be on the lookout for, John Carpenter's Toxic Commando, which is March 14th. Looks like a lot of fun. You know what else is a lot of fun? Comics. Moonstar. I'm not giving you a segue, folks. Just going to deal with it. Comics coming at you. Oh, by the way, it's Wednesday. Happy New Comic Book Day, folks. As I swallow extremely hard for no apparent reason, make it look like it was totally suspicious. So we have a new 5-issue miniseries coming out that's starring Danny Moonstar. Danny Moonstar is one of the most notable and iconic figures, but ones you don't see very upfront as of late that I can think of as a big name. But this was a character who was part of the New Mutants, and one of the greatest runs for that comic and that team. But Danny is returning. She was also in, I want to say, Fearless Defenders with Misty Knight and Valkyrie. I think it was written by Al Ewing.
Oh, okay.
I want to say I completed the first trade and I got halfway through the second trade and life happened and I stopped reading it for some reason. So I want to go back and reread this. This was a long time ago. Anyway, we have a new series coming out. So this is another of the like limited series that are coming out. That's a fallout from the big X-Men event that we had going on. This is part of the Shadows of Tomorrow. So this is coming out from Marvel Comics, obviously. And this is going to be out on March 4th. The writer is Ashley Allen. Penciler is Eduardo Odino, and cover artist is German Parlita. Hope I'm pronouncing your name properly. So basically, this is Death Awaits Danny Moonstar. When an ancient soul-sucking weapon is set loose, it's up to Danny to track it down. But the weapon's deadly wielder won't make it easy for her. After recent tragedies, can Danny trust herself to save those closest to her? Or will her self-doubts lead to even more bloodshed? I'm a fan of Danny. I've also been thinking a lot lately of I want to see more First Nations, indigenous characters as a lead, whether it's in a Marvel book, whether it's in a DC book, whether it's in an Image book, just anything like that, to see more of them. There aren't very many, and I love I've even been looking for movies like that and such like that, looking for more of those and varied roles, not just someone who's spiritual or like a warrior and like and what you would see people having as like stereotypical things for them, just in nuanced roles as well. There's so much, like I know there's Dark Winds, which is incredible. I absolutely love that series. Go check it out. And also Castlevania. What was the second series called? Castlevania Nocturne. Yeah.
Is it Nocturnal? Yeah.
I want to say it's Nocturne.
It is. Or Nocturne.
Nocturne.
Yeah. Because I think that's French. That's French for nocturnal. Same word. So I wanted to see more of that, but I've also wanted to see just Danny in general. I wanted to see Moonstar. So I'm glad to see this happening. This is another one of those, like I said, miniseries. I talked about Cyclops has one also, which is out there. So I think they're going to be like miniseries that are going to be like solo, at least like the one character doing it, like being on a solo quest or mission or storyline, what have you. These are really nice variant covers. Jeez. These are, if you want to take a look at these covers, I'm always a fan of a great variant. I love the actual standard cover. I'm not saying anything about that, but I love seeing different artists do different interpretations of characters as well, and seeing how they get there. And it's just always so cool to me to see. So I'm a fan of this. I'm going to check it out. Danny, I even want to go back, and this will probably make some people laugh and go, why would you do that? I'm going to go back and rewatch the movie New Mutants, which I'd forgotten about, as I always forget about it, much as
I still haven't watched that yet.
You're fine. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
You're not missing out on anything in life, folks. You're honestly not. But it's maybe an hour and 40 minutes. It's just something that's there. I kept forgetting about this movie, much like Fox did, because this movie was supposed to come out in 1974. It didn't come out. Obviously, it's total joke, but it kept getting pushed back and forgetting about it. Yeah. This and Dark Phoenix, I kept forgetting existed.
Yeah, it was. What do you say? It was during that last gasp from Fox where they were trying to hold on to the IP.
Yeah. It was the best of times, and it was the worst of times. Yeah. Honestly, so yeah, go check this out. I'm excited to see what they do with Danny and how her story plays out. So yes, this is Moonstar, 5 issues. It's Marvel, and this is March 4th of this year. But you know what won't be happening anytime soon, Jabba? Destiny.
Destiny. We are getting postponed for the next expansion, people. So again. So apparently, they just made a post. I think they also posted it on Twitter, and then to the rest of the forums, that the Shadow and Order, which is the next expansion after Renegade, supposed to be coming out March 2nd, is getting postponed until June 9th to be precise. So for anybody that hasn't played with their other Guardians, start ranking up and doing their stories. And you have about 3 months?
Yeah.
So yeah, you have over 90 days to start doing story and doing all the other crap, which is pretty much like what we did when we had that 6-month break anyway. So I don't know.
6 months?
It was 6 months when we had that last big break. Because I was able to do everything from the beginning all the way up until we got to I think it was before Final Shape.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
It was before Final Shape.
It was 6 months.
It was 6 months, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, okay.
So yeah, so I don't know what hiccups they might have with this new Shadow and Order. Some people saying Shadow and Justice. I don't know. It's something with Shadow in it. So it's gonna be in the darkness. So who knows what they might give us as far as new worlds, new raids, new armor, new sparrow racing. I'm just saying, but yeah, we're just not gonna get it. So either play something else, or get your characters, or do what I'm doing and just find some random lore that you didn't finish and finish that up and call it a day.
I have nothing really to say. I don't, because the funny thing is, before this happened, Job and I were talking about this.
Mm-hmm.
We talked about, oh yeah, remember that break? And in the back of my head, I was like, yeah, I honestly wouldn't mind a break like that again, because it just felt, I don't know, it just felt like kind of cathartic to have that time. I didn't know, didn't remember it was 6 months though. I didn't realize all that time had gone by. It makes sense, but I didn't realize it. I think they're just trying to do too much, and they have marathon.
That's what I was going to say, marathon. Yeah.
Some people were saying that that's taking away from Destiny. That's why there's hiccups.
That's poor planning on their part. Like, it's like if they've taken resources or people away from Destiny 2 to kind of, for marathon, and they are like postponing stuff. I mean, I hope that's not the case, but like I said, if they, you can only speculate. But I know, when does marathon come out?
Was it marathon? Let me see. Marathon.
So I was just wondering.
March 5th. We're living 3 days after the expansion. I'm sorry. I'm wearing headphones. I'm sorry for the loud outburst, but yeah, three
Yo,
3 days before, 3 days after the next season. Yeah.
Okay, so there might be some valid. I might be in the ball. No, let me stop. Because I know that they're banking a lot on marathon, right? Like, marathon is supposed to.
Yeah, marathon's supposed to be that, but like between them having talks of like a quote like a Destiny 3 as well.
Yeah.
After this, is like treading, man. Like you're treading a lot. Like at this point, just do what Square Enix says. Just keep it at like one game where they like Final Fantasy 14, and it's like add on multiple expansions on top of that. I'm just saying.
Yeah. I mean, that's WoW. WoW has been put in. Wow. Yeah. I remember being back in college in 2000. Everybody's like, "You ever heard about this WoW? Buy a computer for WoW." So I
remember selling WoW at GameStop, and I think it was like during what was it, like the Panda one? What was it, like expansion of Panda? I'm like, oh yeah, Kung Fu Panda's in WoW. Go buy it. Didn't know a lick of it, and I'm like, it's sold.
Yeah.
So some of those key codes like it was nothing.
Yeah.
You ain't slick, Bunchy. You ain't slick. You ain't worth a damn. You ain't.
But yeah, so I'm expecting for not trying to wish bad on Marathon, expecting the servers to crash.
Yeah, I mean, but that's what honestly happens. Like that happens with like every time Destiny has a new episode, it crashes like that week or so. It
does, but I feel like from like literally like as soon as like they launch, I'm waiting for it to crash.
Yeah,
because everybody's on it. At least for the times that we had it, where it's like we could get into it and like maybe get on and like maybe like do like 5 steps and all of a sudden we crash afterwards. At least we were already established because we already had our characters.
Yeah,
I'm talking about as soon as you try to create like one little eyeball color, you crash. You gotta do that. You gotta do that. That's all over again. So June 9th is a new update, allegedly.
Destiny, Bungie, you ain't shit, man. Next up, that's all I got to say. I'm gonna be honest. I got nothing. I'm tired. I'm gonna be real, y'all. Done with this mess. Crazy. Next up, I don't even think Batwoman could beat the hell out of this one. I'm gonna be honest with you. Batwoman couldn't beat up Roger. I have no segue. I'm sorry, I have no segue. Batwoman and Robert. We getting a new series for
her. Kate Kane is back. If you're familiar with the Bat family, Kate Kane was a character created by Greg Rucka and writer Greg Rucka and artist J.H. Williams. I don't know how many years ago, but they had a really, really, really good run with the character. And I recommend people go and pick it up. Pick up anything written by Greg Rucka. But and I think that if you're familiar with the CW verse, she had a TV show on there. But with the relaunch, well, not the relaunch, but with the launch of the DC Next Level, which I guess is their next phase after All In, for the mainstream, for their mainstream comic books. DC Next Level, they're bringing back Rucka and artist Danny to tell some more stories featuring Kate Kane. And as it reads, but since she was 10 years old, Kate Kane has lived in the shadow of a prophecy and the machinations of a religion devoted to the end of all things. How do you fight the devil when the devil is real? And how do you win? And looks like they said it's going to be a series that redefines Batwoman and her mission for a new generation. I'm thinking about celebration. Anyways, so here are some of the covers that we love.
I'm sorry. Y'all got me dying this episode. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Y'all are killing me this episode. I'm sorry.
I think I just exploded my computer trying to look at these covers. But here are some of the variants. So many pop-ups from the book, and just to give you a sense of her with the question. I love it.
Wow,
I like that one.
That's beautiful.
That was a good one.
This is amazing. Renee Montoya, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's absolutely beautiful.
Damn,
that
that
looks amazing. It's Rucka has been, him coming back to DC is always a good thing, because he made his name with series like Batwoman and Wonder Woman, and also if you're familiar with Peacemaker season 2, have y'all seen it? Because I don't want to spoil anything.
I haven't seen. That's another TV show I have to watch.
Okay, there's some Rucka love shown in there, so I'll say that. But he's had a very long history in Gotham Central. That's primarily where I know him from with DC. But he is a talented writer, and Danny. I'm not familiar with her work, but she's, from what I hear, she's a really awesome artist. So seeing them team up to continue Kate Kane's story is really cool. And having one of the creators of the character and somebody who knows the character working on the book, with this new relaunch for a new generation, I think will be good. So definitely I'd recommend checking it out March 18th. And I think the other thing was Rucka had a bad experience with, you just straight up said Jeff Johns, when Jeff Johns was editing at DC Comics. So him coming back after having to deal with what he dealt with when Johns was there is pretty big. So he's made his name with creator-owned series like Queen and Country and The Old Guard, but having him come back and play on this DC universe is always going to be great. So I recommend going to pick this up and give it a shot. But yeah, Kate Kane is an awesome heroine. So I'm looking forward to this.
Can't hear the word heroin without thinking of Jannard, unfortunately.
Heroin.
That heroin. The minute he said it, I was like, man, I don't know if that's method acting or actually from that area. When I saw him with the rocks, I was like, man, that's gonna be a healthy sniff, brother. I'm gonna tell you that right now. If you've seen Power Force, you know what we're talking about. If you haven't, don't worry about it. We're just rambling. It's fine, folks. I'm excited to see what's going on there. I've dived a little more into DC. As far as like a couple of series, I'm a fan of Rucka. Obviously, like you said, Old Guard, Lazarus, with I hope at some point gets some manner of adaptation, whether animated or live action. I think that's something that's great. Especially in this day and age. I think it would really tell a story with the way the world is. Well, I shouldn't say the world. America is right now. I think we'll definitely tell a story. But yeah, Batwoman, DC Comics. This is March 18th. It will be coming out. I love that one cover, by the way. I think that cover is absolutely beautiful. I think that is one of the most poignant and emotional covers I've seen in quite some time. That's just, you can tell that that's a bitter love story in that cover. just by seeing that cover. And even with her having the question mask on, you can still see so much emotion from Montoya in that cover. That's beautiful. And I want to say they use some, maybe, and this is one of the few art terms I know, negative space, maybe.
Okay.
Which I love. I love negative space in art. I love it on comic book covers. I love it on T-shirts. It's one of my favorite things in life. That's why I know the term, because I love it. But yeah, we'll check this out. That's awesome. So glad to hear that. And for our final story, X-Men United is coming out from Marvel Comics on March 11th, and this is going to be written by Eve L. Ewing. That's it. That's the story, folks. That's it. I don't know what else you need to know. At New York Comic Con 2025 last year, I had the privilege of being in the X-Men panel. It wasn't a privilege. I was just able to get in line. It's not like I had like a golden ticket or something like that. I'm not Willy Wonka. And I was able to see and listen to all the new X-Men stuff that was coming out from the fallout of Shadows of Tomorrow. And there was so much there. So everything that you're seeing now is everything that's coming out of that. And one of the big things that they left to the end was they showed a picture of this cover for the X-Men. And it looked kind of similar to the Avengers Academy, was it? Avengers? I'm trying to remember the name of the series. And they even asked, can anybody like tell what this is a kind of a and an homage to it? Someone said Avengers, said yes. So what would that mean with the X-Men? And they showed the cover, and it was Emma Frost was at the corner of it, like front center. Then you see this whole group of X-Men and mutants and characters that you know, some that you don't know. And then it was revealed that Eve L. Ewing will be writing this, which made me go automatically yes, because she was actually in the room. She was at the table, and it was just so cool to hear her speak, because I'm a fan of hers, and to hear her speak about what she's doing in comics and what she's doing with the X-Men, and it's awesome. So this is going to be, like I said, X-Men United. It's going to start on March 11th. Writers Eve Ewing, penciler is Tiago Paloma. The cover artist for this one is Stefano Caselli. I absolutely love this cover. Now the cover actually has more to it. This is just one part of it, but you see some of your
poster. Is it like a whole poster, like a I can't think of the term where it's like it goes like one side to the other. Like if you were to open like
a wraparound.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be like a wraparound, but I think it's also going to be like connecting issues as well.
Okay.
But when you look at this picture, it actually was like a whole. Let me see if I can actually find the picture. There was actually like a whole room of X-Men, or because you see everybody, like you can kind of see some of the people here a little bit, but it was just the thing of everyone, and I was like, wow, this looks kind of crazy. What is this even happening? And it's kind of like that similar thing. They're opening up a new school for mutants. And they're going to have a lot of things are going to be happening in this. This is actually a picture of it. I'm going to share this in a second. I don't know why I'm giving you that voice. I apologize, folks. Stereotypical.
I would say while you're searching that up, I actually like how the cover is not your traditional X-Men that are like more on the mainstream, like Storm, Wolverine, Professor X, Jean Grey. Like you see, like, you know, I mean, yeah, Cyclops is like, you know, one of them though, but like, you know, he doesn't really get that much light. Like, never mind, I take that back, because Wolverine's on the other side, but like, no, that's still good. That's wow.
But I think it gives even more than that. But seeing Emma right there in the front lets you know
that's
everything.
What I was going to say. Yeah, her center.
Yeah, that's what the two things were. Why is Emma Frost at the center like this, up front and center? And then they were like, well, who's writing this? Then they revealed that Eve L. Ewing's going to be writing this.
She's the plot.
That's
what it said. Y'all just reading it for the plot. That's what it said.
I mean, look at Rogue. I think that's tongue in cheek, no pun intended. I promise you, folks, that was not intended. I'm just that good at wordsmith. But this is like one of the most ambitious posters, I want to say. But I think there's more to the poster even that. Like there's more to it, I think. But I love seeing obviously the ones that you know, yes, the X-Men, but then you see all these new X-Men. Like there are characters I know that are in Gail Simone's X-Men. You see Storm there. You see some of Juggernaut, mostly his forearms, his thighs, and crotchal region.
Yeah, it looks like you got like X-23 in the back.
Yes.
From what I can
Well,
see. Or
X-23 has a series as well where I think she has a sister, and it's called Generation Next, which started last week, I want to say, or the week before.
Nice.
This looks so cool to have them, and I think it's called let me see if I can actually get it down. So this is basically the tagline for, well, the description of the comic. Welcome to Gray Matter Lane. Learn to survive the experience. Build a school, Charles Xavier told them, and the X-Men have done so, but in a manner nobody saw coming. Welcome to the Gray Matter Lane, a place where mutants anywhere in the world can come together in unity to teach one another the skills needed for their survival, with instructors including Wolverine, Beast, Prodigy, Magneto, and more, and a campus unlike any before seen. It's the crossroads of the X universe as a student body from across the globe works to take mutant kind to the next step in their evolution and to cope with a brewing threat to all of their number. We know the X-Men have lost Krakoa, and that was such a huge devastation to them. But now there's going to be a school. But there are mutants all over the world, which I love this. And the fact that this could be a crossroads, who else will we see? Because there are a lot of characters that were split off from everything that happened with Krakoa, and teams that you didn't think that you were going to see together. Some old faces bonding together, some new. But there's always going to be a looming threat for the X-Men. There's always going to be a looming threat for the mutants. And I think that I'm really just excited for this. They had me email you, but then when I saw the post, I said, wait, all of these are going to be in there? This is crazy. This is absolutely crazy. I just can't. Thank you. We're doing pretty well. Nice to see you around. Hope you're having a good evening. If you're anywhere in the tri-state area, hope you didn't get too much snow, because we all did. But yes, I'm into this. I'm excited by this. It makes me want to read some of the other series, but there's so many X-Men series out, and I keep saying this. I want to read from Krakoa, but there's a lot going on. So yeah, this will be exciting. And this is, excuse me, like I said, this is X-Men United. This is going to be March 11th. It's going to be dropping from Marvel. So I think we've talked about quite a few things. We've talked about Ghost and zombies driving through the countryside with a flamethrower. We have talked about a game that is being postponed for another game that's coming out a couple of days after. Bungie, you ain't shit. I swear to God, man. I swear you like the daddy that went out for cigarettes and never came back. I swear to God. Man. I said it. I don't know what to tell you. We've talked about zombies, guardians, mutants, movies that turned into another movie that you didn't know was going to happen. We have talked about the re-release of a fan favorite. There's so much going on out there, but let us know what you're excited to see in March or beyond that. What do you feel about some stuff that's coming out, that's going to be coming out in March that we just talked about? Let us know. But we will be in March. You're going to be getting a lot of us every week. We're going to be coming to your homes every week. Every week. I don't mean that to sound mad. That was very aggressive. I apologize. That's like sounding was doing breaking and entering. My goodness. We will be coming at you every week with new stuff about comics, new stuff about video games, animation, movies, TV. We've even got a couple of themed episodes that we're going to be having. So we're going to have some fun. All right. So on that note, I am Antonio Pomares, aka the Hungry Bleak, Hungry Man in the Room. Take the however you want.
This is your girl Jabba with the straightest thumbs in the tri-state area.
Yeah, I'll let it go. Sorry.
And I'm Rob the Writer. I write stuff. So
there you go, folks. Hey, look, man, we've had a lot of fun. Thank you so very much for riding with us. We truly appreciate you. On that note, have a good evening or day, whatever time it is. Enjoy yourself. Drink some water. Be safe. I'm gonna bring that back. Fuck it. Fuck Trump. Abolish ICE. I'm tired, y'all. Oh, and fuck BAFTA. Forgot about that. Fuck
Yeah,
BAFTA.
that one.
Yeah, that one. All right, y'all have a good time, and we'll see you all of March. All right, bye. Peace.